What's happening, everybody? You're here with Matt Ogus. I'm headed home from school right now. This is QMA, where I answer questions that I receive on my Facebook link in the description box. First question's from Adam Van Dusen, and he says, tips for balancing a social life while dieting. He wants to know some tips for how to balance your social life while dieting. The whole concept, the whole approach of bodybuilding, there's always like a give and take. You know, you spend more time on one thing, or you spend more energy or focus on one thing, and you generally lose a little bit of focus on another thing. It's hard for someone to be focused, to have, to be paying attention to, you know, a ton of things at once. It's just impossible. You start losing focus in certain things when you put that focus in other places. So it's crazy because I see so many kids who get deep into bodybuilding, or, you know, they think they're getting deep into bodybuilding, and their whole entire life around them just suffers completely. And I think to myself, how the hell could someone be doing this to themselves? And not just about dieting, you know. I see people get into a mind state that they need to be doing certain things to be a bodybuilder, quote unquote. And they end up, one, not even optimizing their growth. They end up doing things that aren't even optimal. So, and they also, of course, ruin the rest of their life. And not the rest of their life, you know, in terms of time, the rest of their life, but, you know, all the other areas, all the other facets of their life that are meaningful to them. So family life, school, girlfriend, boyfriend, sex life, etc. So many parts of people's lives just get screwed up the more obsessed someone gets in bodybuilding. And this happens with so many people. Not everyone, of course, but so many people just get screwed up because they simply are just obsessed. And the majority of the time, it's a harmful obsession, because there's only so much that you could do that's optimal, okay? For example, you can have optimal training where you are hitting some sort of PR the majority of the time, whether it's PR in terms of tension, a PR in terms of maximal weight, etc. And you can have optimal diet. You know, you're hitting your macros according to whatever your goals are. Those are the two main parts of you know, optimal bodybuilding towards your goals. Now, a lot of people stress on the little things that hardly even matter. And you can tie this into dieting, bro, because a lot of people stress on those little things that hardly matter. For example, you know, meal timing. For example, stressing out about how soon after a workout that they eat. You know, stressing out about things like you gotta have protein before bed, or protein as soon as you wake up. Those little things like that, those limitations that you put upon yourself, they end up screwing you up one way or another. And they're not necessarily like very harmful limitations, but they're harmful when you try to have a balanced life, because there's more to life than just optimal bodybuilding. It's easy to be optimal, to be honest. I mean, cover the 95% of what optimal is, and the little things that contribute to the 5%, who gives a shit? You know, you're covering the main things. This goes for dieting too. As long as you are hitting those main goals, maintaining as much strength, if not increasing strength, then don't sweat yourself too much. That is seriously a big tip for balancing your social life while dieting. Because when it comes to dieting, a lot of people put too much time into it. Way too much time, way too much focus. When in reality, all you need to do is make a simple plan, and then perhaps change the plan once a week at the end of each week based on, you know, your weight or, you know, strength or whatever it may be. It's not necessary to every day sit down and think, oh shit, how's my dieting going? How's this going? Should I change this? Should I change that? No, it's not really that hard. And also, you know, the if it fits your macros, or as Alberto Nunez called it, if it fits your situation type of approach can be really beneficial to people to balance a social life with dieting. What does if it fits your situation mean? Well, that means, you know, for example, if you're going out and you didn't bring food with you, hey, it's all good, because if you're intelligent enough, you know that you can eat certain foods in certain amounts to equal out certain macros that you need to hit, or that you want to hit for a certain meal or for the day. And you know, the opposite of if it fits your situation would be you saying, my bad guys, I can't go with you guys to BJ's because I left my chicken breast at home. My bad, I can't go with you guys. Or, you know, some sort of similar situation. And you know, it just really sucks that a lot of people sacrifice more than what is necessary for something that hardly is going to make a difference. So, I mean, you know, you have all these bodybuilders preaching the, you know, you gotta give everything you got, you gotta sacrifice to win, you gotta sacrifice everything you have. Not necessarily. I mean, especially if you're just a part of the general population. If you're just a part of the general population, you just want to grow, and you don't really want to compete, or you don't want to be the best of the best, etc. It's not necessary for you to hit the dot. It's not necessary for you to get 100 of all 100 components precise and, you know, perfect. If you're just an average gym goer, then shit, hit your macros, hit your workouts. That's it. Stretch, cardio, yoga, whatever you also like to do, go ahead. I mean, it's not a huge deal, especially if you're just a person who just wants to look better or gain strength. It's a different story, perhaps, if you are competitive or something like that. But if you're not competitive in that sort of way, then really do not stress yourself. If you're not going to get on stage, or if, you know, it doesn't mean a lot to you to get on stage or that sort of thing, or to have a body that's competitive as shit, then you really shouldn't be fucking your life up, you know, for what you think is optimal, when in reality it's just obsessive. So that is my advice for dieting and balancing a social life.
And quit being a little bitch! August cake!